Stop reacting to other people. You get into an argument, let that person win. You know in your head that you're right. That doesn't have to be proven. Let them think they're right. Choose love over being right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm April. Hi, it's April. I make content about spirituality, everything mystical, self-development, healing, growing, yeah, all the stuff that we love. So if you're here, go ahead and subscribe because you're absolutely going to love it here. This video is going to be about how to stop reacting to circumstances, to the 3D, to your current reality, and to observe and stay neutral. So I'm going to start off by saying, one, the 3D, this current reality, everything that you see with your eyes, everything that you see visually that you can look at, that is what I refer to as 3D, based off the teachings of Neville, Goddard, who I'll get into later. If you're here on my channel, hopefully you already know who that is, but if not, I'll dive into that as well. But for starters, the 3D, what we see presently with our eyes, this is all past tense, okay? The good news is what you see right now is just a product of your past imaginings, your past thoughts, your past visualizations, your past conversations is what you see now because of the time lapse that we have here on planet Earth. But because we have that time lapse, we have the power to use that time buffer to get an understanding of what it is you really want to create. So in order to create a new present reality, you start by creating a new belief system, new thought patterns. A belief is simply something you think over and over and over to the point that now you subconsciously believe it because you thought about it so many times. So in order to create your reality into something you actually enjoy, we start with new thoughts. The best way to start with new thoughts is to neutralize your thoughts, meaning not judging your thoughts as good, not judging your thoughts as bad, not judging your circumstances as good, not judging your circumstances as bad. Realizing that everything just is, okay? This is a mind-blowing concept once you realize that everything just is. You don't need to make a judgment of a circumstance or a thought. That would just cause resistance, meaning that would just cause you to fight back, and when you fight back, you can't make a change. You can judge something, an experience, as bad, and then in the end it works out for your good. So does that even necessarily make it bad? No, it doesn't. It just made it necessary. All right, so let's dive in a little deeper. Let's say that you were triggered. Your significant other pissed you off, and now you're basically having a nervous breakdown because all you can think about is how angry you are. Pause. Notice that you're having thoughts that is going against what you want. You don't want to fight with your partner. You don't want to be at odds with the person that you love the most. You want to be loved. You want to feel valued. You want to feel appreciated. So instead of spiraling into a negative thought process and creating more of what you don't want because of that situation, you take that time to quiet your mind and then reaffirm out loud or in your head, I am so loved. I am so valued. I have the dream relationship. I have the most loving, happy, adventurous, peaceful, significant other in relationship. I choose to see them as God sees them. I only choose to see the best parts of them. I know right now I may be triggered, and I know that this was just a creating of my old previous thoughts, but I am choosing to only look for the best in them. I can do no wrong. Therefore, he or she can do no wrong. We are all just learning, growing, and evolving. These thoughts will then help you spiral upward instead of downward. Because who wants to be miserable thinking about how much you hate your partner or how much you feel unappreciated, right? So Instead of observing what is happening in the circumstances and calling it how you see it, everyone says, oh, call it how you see it, face reality. That just creates more of what you don't want. Instead, shift your focus on creating a new reality. This is only done by reaffirming what you desire, because that is the only way the universe knows what to give you. If you are constantly saying, I'm so broke, I don't have no money in my wallet, or if you're saying, I never do good at so-and-so, then the universe will ensure that you never do good at so-and-so, because that's what you told yourself. That is the spell that you casted on yourself. But once you start affirming, and don't get me wrong, you're gonna have to persist. This is not an overnight success story, although those do exist with the right amount of belief and faith. But persistence, because of so much momentum, because of so many times you said this to yourself, oh, I hate this person, he pisses me off, he makes me so angry. You've said it so many times that now reality has to catch up to that. So once you start affirming something new, you have to allow all that negative momentum that you put out into the world to bypass and to express. And then eventually, after persistence, if you're familiar with Neville Goddard, if not, just to dive into him really quick, he believes in the law of assumption. The law of assumption is whatever you assume is what is going to happen, or what will exist. Your thoughts create. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to assume the best case scenario and watch it materialize. I hope I'm not getting too messy with this video. I'm really giddy and confident about this video because I love the law of attraction, but I also understand the law of assumption so much more, because it basically allows you to understand that you are the creator of your reality, meaning that one person can think for themselves, I am so clumsy, I always drop stuff. And a whole nother person could say, I'm so poised, I'm always so poised, and I never drop anything. And just like that, that is the life that they will live. Simple. One person can focus on always making mistakes. Another can focus on always uplifting other people. I'm such a great uplifter. I'm such a conversationalist. I'm such a beautiful being. I'm so fine. I'm so happy all the time. And that is what will exist for them. Now, ignoring the 3D in this process while you're making that shift is extremely, I don't even want to use the word difficult, but it is work. It is inner work, but it's also necessary. And you can have fun with it, knowing that, okay, I'm doing it, I'm recreating. You can say, I noticed that I created a mess, because once you take accountability and responsibility for the mess that you created, you can then clean it up. If you blame your mess on someone else, then you're waiting for them to clean up your mess, and who knows if they're ever going to do that. Once you take accountability for the mess that you've made, and you're able to look at your present reality like, oh wow, my thoughts really did a number on me, then you can go into your journal every morning, every night, write something different. I've been giving affirmations throughout this whole video, but the ones that I love the most for persisting and ignoring what you see is, I choose to see you as God sees you. I see me as God sees me. Every man is a golden link in a chain for my good. Is my favorite. I love that affirmation. I get that from Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Read The Game of Life and How to Play It. It's here on YouTube, the audiobook. Listen to it. It's about 2 hours long. If you want a quantum leap and shift your mindset instantaneously, read The Game of Life and How to Play It. Period. And be persistent without judgment. I'm sure I've already said that. And in a form of an affirmation, I am persistent and I view things without judgment. I view my reality without judgment. I stay neutral. I feel my emotions without judgment. Something in your reality made you feel bad and shifted you into an energy of anxiety. Simply say, I feel a great sense of anxiety right now, but I know that everything is working for me. Everything is working in my favor. I am being aligned. I'm being redirected. Rejection is just God's protection. These are all truths that will allow you to spiral upwards instead of downward. Moral of the story, have absolute 100% acceptance of every moment or circumstance in your life because you created it. Only unconditional love and acceptance can help you navigate and transform into what you actually want and create what you actually want to exist in your world. If you're saying how bad you hate it or how hard it is and you don't know what to do, you will never know what to do. And you will always hate it. So make sure you use this God-given gift of creation and your voice and your words and your self-expression to create something that allows you to feel good about yourself and the things that you see. Your feelings is what will catapult you into your desired reality. Don't reject negative emotion. Use the negative emotion to spiral you upwards. You can have a negative feeling inside because negative is just a label. All emotions are welcome. You can have a negative feeling inside, but be saying something positive in your mind. Like, although I feel really bad right now, I know something good is about to happen. Although I really feel shitty right now, I know something good is on its way. And just like that, you unlock the gates and the flood of heavens to fall upon you. Thank God we live in a dimension with a time buffer so that what we think doesn't automatically materialize. You have so much time to start now. Get your journal, get a voice recorder on your phone, use your app, and record yourself saying affirmations. Fall asleep with it overnight. You have my affirmation video here on this channel. I'll link it down below. Thankfully, we have this buffer of time so that when you do see your new thoughts materialize, you can say, oh, look what I did. I did that. I created that. I created a better life for myself simply by believing in myself. Persist regardless of a bad mood. Forget your bad mood. Your bad mood isn't you. You are your highest self. You are the consciousness. You're not the mood. Forget your ego. Forget being in a debate. Focus on what you want. I can't express this enough. So we're going to ignore the 3D. We're going to stay neutral. And we're going to just observe the things we want. So that was pretty much the basis of this video. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for existing. Be sure to share, like, comment, subscribe. Please comment because I love interacting with all of you. Tell me what affirmations work for you. Tell me what techniques work for you to not focus on things that don't serve you. You know, I want to know. Listen, I believe that every technique works. It's just a matter of what works for you. So go ahead and share me some techniques you use to help you stay present and not focus on something that you don't want in your reality. Thank you so much for existing. I love you all and stay blessed. Mwah.